This is a meeting of the Parking Authority on Thursday, January 25th, 2024. 7 p.m. It's being held in the Sullivan Independence Hall, second floor conference room, as well as via conference call bridge.
Great, thank you, Eileen. I know we circulated the agenda just a couple days ago, and first off here, I think we have a quorum. The only one that's not here today is Greg Alpern. Everyone else on the Parking Authority board is here, but so yeah, exactly. So just officially calling to order to meet the meeting to begin here at 7:07 p.m. And first on the agenda here is the approval of the meeting minutes from December 21st. And I mean, circulated them last Friday. I think there was just one second version of that, and I personally didn't have any comments to that. Not sure if others did, but if not, I'll make a motion here to approve those.
Second.
Okay, great. David seconding them. All in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Thank you. Did you get that? That was David that seconded that, Jude?
Yes, thank you. Yep.
Next year is just, we need to formally agree on the 2024 schedule and also circulate the revised meeting dates for everybody. Generally the last, Thursday in the month is kind of the cadence, and the 1 month that we obviously don't have on here is August, which is generally a month where obviously a lot of folks are away. So hopefully folks will have quorums at all these meetings here. We don't need to, as long as we have enough for the board here. But if no further questions, I'll make a motion to approve.
I actually propose that we do Thursday, October 24th rather than Halloween.
Oh, got it. Good call there on that. Very good call, Adrian. So
my big contribution.
No, that's great, because I know I like to be home on that day. I did not see that, so.
And that actually is a more even.
Yeah, distribution of that. Okay, so we'll make one edit. Thank you, Adrian, for pointing that out. That's perfect. October 24th would be the date, the proposed date here. So with that, I'll make a motion to approve the the meeting dates, excuse me.
I'll second.
David's going to second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, excellent. Next on the agenda, we're going to go through the Parking Authority stats for Eileen.
Okay. So parking stats today in Fairfield, there were 785 cars, which is about 89% of the total cars. Day parkers, month-to-date average is 140 parkers a day. The year-to-date average is about 200. In both cases, Fairfield is 92%. Permit stats, we have year-to-date for fiscal 24, we've sold 1,900 permits, which is, at Fairfield, is 87% of the 1,900 is at Fairfield. That's 100 fewer permits than we sold in fiscal 23, and 300 fewer than we sold in the pre-COVID times. As I mentioned last month, same thing, 60% of the wait list actually purchased the permit.
Okay.
As far as the coffee shop, which is a big thing, the repairs are nearing completion. Fairfield Glass, which is who we're working with, is going to come in and do the sheathing over the interior masonry knee wall, and they're going to install door saddles that will help alleviate any of the water that comes into the shop, and they'll realign any of the doors. The two doors are off a little bit. They've done a really good job so far of, taking the glass out, putting it back in, putting the sheathing over the outside masonry wall. Public Works built the masonry wall, they put the tile down, and what they have left to do is to do some interior cleanup. We may possibly have to replace 2 of the panels that are they're thin panels that are inside because of previous, there's permanent ink marker all over and, just some too many holes and things like that.
Okay.
So that'll be that case, that might happen. And then there's a small amount of painting that has to get done and then Public Works is done. And at that point, the tenant can move in and start to get the place ready for his shop.
Does it need to be an inspection, I assume, or no?
So, yeah, he's working with the health department that would come in and do their inspection of once his equipment is in. And then he'll be ready to go.
Is that a potential bottleneck, getting the inspection done, or?
No, the health department's very good, and, the person that he'll be working with, I'll touch her as well, just to make sure we get going, so
Okay.
she knows that, she'll do it as, I'm sure, as soon as she can possibly do it. She's been great all
Okay.
along.
Do you
and-
think if everything lines up, today's January 25th, is this
I'd say
middle of
by
February?
15th, that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Okay.
it might be February 15th, I don't know what day of the week that is, but
So
somewhere
I'm
around there.
for them to open or for them?
For them to open, yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not,
I don't know, I have to talk to him and find out how long it's gonna take him to get up and
Yeah.
running. I'm hoping that just 2 weeks, but I don't know for sure.
right.
I know he's ready, he's got his things, on order and so on,
Good.
but, and then the other item is the security camera upgrades are gonna take place in the next few weeks, so I'm now talking with some internet providers. Unfortunately, there's no fiber internet to the train station or in the area.
Really?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
so we have to just basically use the old-time cable modems and things like that. But Optimum does have some high speed, so we meet with, guy in IT who's extremely knowledgeable about all of this and set it all up for the town. And just, I talked with him yesterday, got some ideas, and I'll talk to him again tomorrow. But right now, that's unfortunately, if fiber internet does come nearby, that we'd be in good shape, because that would be better. But, right now, we don't have it, so we'll just have to do the old way of cable modems. Probably what a lot of people do to their homes, unless they're lucky enough to live in an area where you can get FiOS or
Right.
something.
So on that, assuming, is that like a March 1st, like timing wise, or is it? like-
No, I'm
Is that
gonna
sooner?
talk to Adam tomorrow.
Okay.
And find out where he is. He had told me that by the end of June, up to end of January, early Feb, the equipment would be in. So
Okay.
I wanna get the
Yeah.
internet up and running so that when he puts the equipment, all the upgrades in, that we can immediately test all those upgraded cameras and make sure they're working versus having them come out a second time, which would be an
Right.
additional charge to have them test.
Well, we have also like the police department kind of doing like a test as well, or like,
No,
Nothing.
because it'll be the cameras that we're looking at, and then the police can have access to that. But
Okay.
they won't have separate
Okay.
things than what we're doing.
right, and to know they have their own specialists too, that would, let's hope we never have to have them in, but,
Yeah.
inevitably there might be something, so,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it'll be the same thing as before, where we have the cameras, and they can have access to them and see them if they want. But a lot of times, if there was an issue, they'd come to us and ask for, to see certain views or whatever. It'll be up to them what they wanna do,
Okay,
but, I'll make sure they know, okay, our systems have been all upgraded, here's the new information,
right,
and they'll be able to access it if they'd like, or continue to come to us.
okay.
It doesn't happen often, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Are the police going to continue to be there to greet us getting off the train,
Yes.
even after the cameras are installed?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good,
Great.
good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that is great.
That's completely independent, because we've had cameras there all along, and, that's just an added safety thing that they want to do, because some of the officers will actually follow, like they'll ask some of the people if they want to be followed to their car if they're parked really far away. And they
Really?
can't give them a ride, but they will follow them and, you know.
Right.
Never, ever announced. No,
Well, you
never.
can ask them.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've
They
said
don't
that, but
follow
thank you.
down,
Yeah,
but
they're right by the
if
stairway.
they, if
when you get
people
off.
ask them, they will do that.
Huh.
Mhm. Yeah, I know a couple of them who do it regularly.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Will ask, and then others will say, if I'm asked, I'll do it. So, because they're not gonna ask every person, because there's hundreds of people coming down the stairs. So it's more or less who, if you've parked far out and you feel it's dark and you're the only one walking down there, you can just ask them, and then I'd be happy to follow you to your
That's
car.
very nice.
Yeah, so that's it for my own.
Okay.
So I have a question. Actually, two. One, you had asked us to contemplate how we could make use of the parking lot.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't really have any brilliant ideas, but I'm wondering if that is something that we should be thinking about more actively, and that,
I do have something I want to mention. So, the former deputy chief of police here now is working over at Fairfield, and he and I have been talking about student permits. Now, last year, we had a couple students that inquired, and we did a non-commuter student permit. But now, if there's more, and he'll work with me to get the word out, because I said to him, the problem, we only had a handful.
Yeah.
In part because we didn't know how to reach anybody, but he would work with me to reach the people and to make sure, just to present it as an option.
Yeah.
Because the freshmen and the sophomores are not allowed to have cars on the campus. So,
and it's
I
not
have
in
a call.
violation of the spirit of the rule.
well, we have the space.
No, I'm saying from Fairfield View
For being a
side.
citizen,
Oh,
for
no.
being a good, like,
No.
It's just they have no capacity, has nothing
Yes,
to do
they
with.
just don't have the capacity.
Oh, okay,
It's
not
not
because
that, yeah, right,
they don't
it's
want
just they don't have enough room for it. So, I have a call next week
Okay.
with parking authority people, Mackenzie and Chris will be on the call as well. And we have a call next week with our vendor to see if we can come up with some kind of student customized permit. It will be similar pricing, but it would just be that it would run
6
September
months of the year, whatever.
to
Yeah.
either
Yeah,
mid-May or September to mid-December and then mid-January to that. We'll see what they
Oh,
can
right.
do and what the options are. I don't know what the system can handle. I know it could probably handle a September to
December.
May.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
I don't know if it can do that break,
okay.
but we're gonna talk about that and then, let you guys know. So that's one thing that we
Well, we
want
didn't
to
have
do.
anybody in the apartment building take up that.
We have a couple people
You do?
who,
I was wondering.
inquired, not a
We
lot.
haven't sold any.
Oh, yeah, no,
You
we
did?
have, we have like 5 or so,
Oh, I thought,
6.
I thought we had 0 uptake on that.
No,
Okay.
we have 5 or 6. I don't know the exact number.
And it's working out okay?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, they park on the
Cool.
main lot, they know that, but they
Right.
can park 24 hours a
It does
day,
seem
7
a
days a
fuller
week.
now when I drive by that apartment
Yeah.
complex, I was wondering.
Yeah, I don't know if it's at capacity yet, but no, they have, they offer to all their tenants, they tell their tenants, and they've even given them a credit to put toward
Okay.
the permit. So that's one thing. So given that there's capacity in
Well,
the
maybe we
student
also
lot,
think about, I like the 1 year, like, trial thing, just in case this goes off the rails, but we don't even